Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Hope you are great. So, congratulations to Democrats. They are really gaining their grants and all that. Zora Mamdani, New York, congratulations. I see a lot of you really being very happy and very grateful. One thing I am going to say about this is winning is that I am really happy that people are happy. There is something that this is who the people want, and that there is something that people do not want this person. So it showed that you people really want this man to be your governor. So I saw a lot of people saying so many things. One thing that really got me was somebody saying that I really cannot wait for work to be back, and I am also for this. Why am I for this? I am for this because books needs to come back to libraries. People need to have black books and other people's books also in schools and all that, because at some point black history became fearful for them, that they said that it's violent. Because tell me how somebody's history is violent. So I am very proud of every one of you who supported, who are who campaign and all that, because all this period I've been seeing you people campaigning and all that. I am happy that a lot is going to come back, that your voices will be heard. That is that also your vote matters. Let's get into this video.
Shout out to Zoran Mamdani for winning this year's New York City mayoral election. I think this is a clear indication that change needs to come. But it's not just him that shows that the people are ready for a change. The governor of New Jersey, Democrat. The re-elected mayor of Boston, Democrat. The mayoral winner for Detroit, Democrat. And for the first time ever, Virginia will have a female governor who is, guess what? Democrat. And if you're not new here, you already know that I don't claim any political party, because I feel like at some level, all politicians are scam artists. However, I do feel like this indicates that people are ready for a political change. What is happening in politics right now is just not working for the people. Now, I'm hopeful that all of these folks will live up to what they campaigned for while they were on the trail. And at the very least, I hope they're willing to take care of some of our most vulnerable populations.
I'm happy that Zoran won the election for mayor in New York City. I am. But that speech has been weighing on my mind, and it just doesn't sit with my spirit well, because what do you mean that New York City is a city of immigrants? A city built by immigrants? Well, I beg to differ. It doesn't mean that anybody's contributions to the city, let alone to this country, doesn't exist. But what happened about black American people? The descendants of the enslaved class. We're not immigrants. And this new narrative, I don't know what's it about, where everybody's on the internet and saying, if you're not Native American, you're an immigrant. That's just not true. That's just not true. I don't know if it's an erasure of my ancestors. I don't know if it's changing of a narrative so that others feel more closer, or I don't know if it's a changing of a narrative of my ancestry, my culture, and my history for the convenience of others to feel more cemented in the soil as American, I guess, or to feel, closer to this land that they ultimately despise. I don't get it. And like, America is fascist empire, right? You're right. It is. And I know somebody's going to be like, well, what's wrong with being an immigrant? There's nothing wrong with being an immigrant. That means that you see immigrants as less than. No, it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with being an immigrant. It just means that, why does my story have to change to make somebody else feel comfortable? And I'm not an immigrant. There's nothing wrong with it, but the immigrant is a person that chose to leave, more than likely to move from wherever to become a permanent resident elsewhere. Whatever those choices were that led to those decisions are multiple. Maybe there is political corruption, unfortunately, and problems back where you're from. Maybe you did seek out more economic opportunity and education opportunity. Maybe you just wanted to change, scenery. Do something new. Go somewhere you've never been before. And all of those choices are valid. It doesn't make you less than. But it doesn't mean my story has to change. It doesn't mean my ancestry has to change. And if it's not about changing, then why are my people being erased from the very foundation of this country when they were being brutalized, held captive against their will, to breed, to work, to ultimately unalive here? New York City, Wall Street, the slave market, where black bodies were used for loans and mortgages? That's not the same thing. My people that were forced here to build community and culture. Like, if there's an immigration, if I'm an immigrant, at what point is that a valid question? How many generations are you no longer considered it? Like, I don't know, is that a valid question to even ask? Like, if my parents were born here, and my grandparents, and my great-grandparents, and my great-great-grandparents, how much contribution to this country? How much generations before you stop? Like, I don't know. Like, the average black American person, a lot of us, if they just push your money behind it, we could trace our ancestors back 200 and 250 years here. And it's just like, I get it. Everybody comes here and they ultimately can sit there and say, yeah, I'm an American citizen, but at the end of the day, I'm from here. I have this culture. It was birthed here. Here's my flag. But my flag was birthed out of here. The only other flag that I had was the flag of here. If I want to stay connected to my culture, I have to stay here. If I want to stay connected to my community, to my ancestors, spirituality, I have to stay here. I don't have anywhere else to go. We don't have anywhere else to go. And as complex as that identity is, it exists. As much as it may not make others understand, it's not meant for you to understand. It just is what it is. Black American people, we look at parks, lakes, rivers, highways, and those are our relatives under that. Plots of people showing up, and it's our relatives. Artifacts, which is body parts of our relatives returned home, is here. When America dies and everything burns and there's nothing but ashes and remnants left of this country, and everybody can dissipate and go home and rebuild without the interruption of the American empire, this imperialistic empire, where do we go? Where do we black Americans go? We don't have nowhere else to go. We burn with the rubbish here. Or we survive it and we rebuild. That's all we have. Everybody else can leave. We can't. We have nowhere else. This is home. This is all we know. This is all we have. We watch the hard work of our grandparents. We see the beatings, the torture, the mental anguish and torture. And although this is the place that made us second class, third class, fourth, fifth class citizens, that has used us as nothing but objects to be experimented on and then ultimately disposed, our people are here. We're not immigrants. I don't know.
Zoran Mamdani won the New York City mayoral election. So you know what that means? You know what that means? Woke is coming back, baby. Oh yeah, woke is back. We are back on this woke agenda. Y'all done let these white folks change the definition of what woke means, and New York done got a Democratic Socialist mayor, first Muslim mayor. Oh no, we bringing back woke. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with y'all. We bringing this shit back. We bringing back the intellectualism. Read that bell hooks. Oh, now is the time. You better catch up, fuck nigga. You better catch up. I'm not playing. The camera on the phone and shit. Read that Toni Morrison. You gotta read, nigga. Now's the time. Alice Walker, now's the time. Fuck is we talking about? E. Franklin Fraser, Reed, nigga. We bringing back woke. We bringing back black power politics. Fuck is we talking about? Oh yeah, we bringing back. Listen, Reed, Reed, nigga. Read that James Baldwin. Fuck is we talking about? We bringing back woke. Woke is coming back. Woke is finally back. Finally. It's time. It's time to read. It's time to get up on the literature. I am so excited.
It's a dog day to be a white supremacist. It's a dog day to be a white supremacist because you have either seen or heard that Zoran Mamdani, an African Muslim immigrant, is going to be the mayor of one of the biggest cities in America. That is New York.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
How does it feel? How does it feel to see your city or a country that you held, like right now, thinking that Donald Trump is now the president of America, that America is now some white supremacist haven? Now you're getting to see them elect in one of the biggest cities. You're seeing them elect an African Muslim immigrant. Oh, that's probably boiling your blood. I'm taking pleasure in your tears. I am taking pleasure in your pain.
It's not just that Zoran Mamdani won. It's by how large the margin is, right? Because we're at 85% of the votes counted. Polls closed an hour and 20 minutes ago. And there has been historically high turnout in New York City that we have not seen since the 60s, I think they said. There are more than 2 million votes in the city. And we have 85% of the votes counted, and Zoran Mamdani has over 50% of the vote, which in a very contentious three-way race with a former governor who is New York royalty, that whole family, the whole Cuomo family is, right? The name recognition there. This race has been under a microscope on the national level. You had the president weighing in on the race and endorsing the independent candidate yesterday. That's crazy. Like, you have the Republican president endorsing the disgraced Democratic former governor in order to beat Zoran Mamdani, and he still comes through with more than 50% of the vote. That's insane. Do not ever let the establishment Dems tell you that, oh, far left can't win. It's not even far left. Like, slightly to the left of center. They're like, oh, you can't win. You can't win with the, yes, we can. And we did.
Holy shit, does it take a night like tonight to pull me out of my slumber to make a TikTok video? I just want to give a huge congrats to Zoran Mamdani. If this lands on your FYP, brother, huge congratulations. I really hope that this election alone is big enough to stomp on the necks of empire in order for us to get real change back in the States. I'm celebrating this man for being the first democratic socialist, an immigrant who came to the United States, got his citizenship in 2018, and now became the mayor of New York. This Ugandan, Indian, Punjabi, South Asian, beautiful man did what he had to do. And I wish him nothing but the best. But this is a reminder, we don't put politicians on pedestals. We hold them accountable by the people. Next, a huge congratulations to Virginia's first woman governor, Abigail Spanberger. Yes, her election is history. Yes, she's a Democrat. And yes, this matters. But so is how she got here. Let's just remember that Virginia was the capital of the Confederacy. She did not run on radical change. She's a moderate. She's an ex-CIA operative. Nowhere in her campaign did she consider herself an abolitionist, not a redistributionist, and we have to hold that contradiction with care. We have to remember that her win was only made possible by Black women organizers in Richmond, Latina voters in Prince William County, the Muslim and Sikh coalitions in Northern Virginia, and her voter protection lawyers in Tidewater. All of their names are not on the headlines, but their labor should be, just like everybody who came out and supported and coordinated and collaborated to get this man elected. Huge congratulations to Mickey Sherrill, elected governor of New Jersey, the first woman governor of New Jersey, winning over the crusty Winsome Sears. But like Abigail, we unfortunately have to have a close eye on how she operates. And in my best effort to not come off as some type of misogynist or an asshole sexist, this is literally about how I look at politicians moving forward based off of how they got to where they are. Super proud of her accomplishments. She's a former Navy pilot. She's a federal prosecutor. She was a Democratic congresswoman. Although this is another first, her credentials scream national security. She also won on a centrist economy-forward, safety-framed platform. This is unfortunately not a disruption to fascism. So what now? We have to closely watch every single one of their policies. We have to make sure that they follow through on their promises. But that also takes our responsibility as citizens. We continue to shield them from right-wing backlash. We hold them accountable to people, not power. I need every single one of you to remember this. This isn't the wave. Every single one of you standing up to fight the good fight are. It's we the people. Remember that.
I'm so proud of the Democratic mayoral candidates for sweeping this election cycle, and I'm especially proud of Zoran Mamdani for becoming the next mayor of New York City. He is the most powerful mayor in the country right now. I'm so happy. I live all the way in Canada, and honestly, this feels like a win for everybody, so congrats. And yes, I'm even more happy because he's from my country. He's Ugandan, and I'm Ugandan, and it's always nice to see people from your country doing wonderful things, so he's the most powerful mayor in the United States right now, and it's a great thing to see. And I'm a fan of his policies, and I really hope that the quality of life improves for New Yorkers. So best of luck to you.
Mamdani has run an exceptional mayoral campaign in New York City, and I am about to walk through things that made his campaign resonate with so many New Yorkers across the entire city and beyond. Before we get started, I of course want to say that everything that I'm going to say in this video are my views and my views alone. They do not reflect the views of my employer. Now that we got that out of the way, let's start with the visuals. His logo, his campaign colors, all of it was chef's kiss. Mamdani has run a campaign that has centered on the relatability of your average New Yorker. He is talking to everyone who has felt overlooked in New York City for far too long, and that is reflected in his branding. He is using vivid colors, which feel different from your traditional red, white, and blue campaign colors. They felt specific to New York, as those are the colors in the New York flag as well. But the part that I really enjoyed as a communications professional has been the handwritten typography that he used with his name. Something about that felt very grassroots. It felt very connected to the moment. Like, this is a movement of the people. And a lot of his messaging really centered that. Every time I saw a Mamdani campaign element, whether that is him delivering a speech, whether that is a social media campaign, which we will get into, I promise. I love it so much. He spoke very clearly, and he spoke in a way that was easy to understand. I want to emphasize that in a campaign like this, in a political climate like this, where so many people feel overrun by the 1%, Zoran did an exceptional job of meeting people at eye level. He didn't speak from a place that was above anyone. He approached people eye to eye, and he said, these are my policies. This is what I'm running on. This is how I'm hoping it can help New York. And he said it very clearly. He didn't use excessive jargon. And there is a down-to-earth element to that messaging that really resonated with so many New Yorkers. Moving on to social media. Give Zoran's social media team their 10s. Give them their 10s. When I say I love a social media campaign, this is what I am talking about, okay? So first of all, everything is cohesive and everything connects. Like I said earlier, with the typography connecting to that relatability aspect, his messaging being clear, not jargon heavy. It's clear, easy for your average New Yorker to understand and to see exactly where he's coming from with his policies, and the social media campaign enforce that. We saw Zoran at Pink Panthers. We saw him connecting with some of the biggest New York City influencers and meeting them in campaigns that felt organic to their audience, which is so crucial. My favorite one as a Brooklyn girl, shout out to Brooklyn, was the one that he did with Nicholas Nuvan in Flatbush, and how he connected with the older Caribbean community and a lot of those small business owners in Flatbush. It was so delightful to see. It completely tied back to his messaging that he is not leaving any New Yorker behind in what he's trying to do. And I feel like it was a masterclass in relatable content. He is saying to New Yorkers, I am one of you, and we, emphasis on we, are going to do this together. He brought a multilingual approach. He brought to light so many different facets of New York that have felt so unrecognized for so long. And he did it with flair, and he did it with authenticity. And this is what people want to see. So I'm going to close out this video. I want you to take a look at this campaign, no matter your political affiliations. I want you to take away what it means to truly relate, to look at that audience that you're trying to reach and understand what drives them. What are they looking for? What are they tired of? And how do we authentically rise to meet that moment? Zoran, congratulations on a campaign well run. I cannot wait to see what it is that you do for the great city of New York. I'm Shanice Neal Otley, signing off.
So for those of you not keeping up with American politics, Zoran Mamdani won the election. He is the new mayor of New York City. And oh, so many people are mad. Billionaires are mad. Republicans are mad. Xenophobes are mad. Racists, mad. Donald Trump, who is all of the above, mad. Oh my, it's so good. It's so good. Zoran was like, shit's too expensive, housing too expensive, billionaires hoarding too much wealth, police brutalizing people, homeless people not being taken care of, all this stuff, and I want to fix that. I want to see if I can fix that. And New Yorkers were like, can you? Yeah, if you can, absolutely, I would like that. And then they voted for him. Do you see how that works? That's crazy. And Republicans are like, oh, this fucking brown guy, he's gonna use my hard-earned taxes to take care of New Yorkers? To feed them, house them? I'm leaving. And it'd be the Christians. They'd be the main ones that like, no, I don't want my money to go feed kids. I don't know. Fuck them. And the politicians are already doing that. Go ahead and release those files. We ain't forget. But yeah, no. There's a new mayor in town.
I just found out that Zoran just won the New York City mayoral election. And wow, it is amazing to just like feel like hope, like a legit feeling of hope. Of course, he's like not the end all be all. Of course, he's just like one person. He's a human being. But just like the fear of like, maybe he won't win. Maybe like corporate interests and establishment Democrats, maybe like that is just what it's going to be. Like, I feel galvanized. I feel excited. Like, I just got to the gym. I don't need pre-workout. I lived in New York City for 5 years in Harlem. And I just know those streets. I just wish I was there. I just know the streets are going to be wild tonight. Like, the poppy juice is going to be flowing. And I am in LA, so like, we're waiting for the results for Prop 50. And if it's yes, baby, I'm looking for a Jerry Man tonight.
I was having a conversation recently with someone and they asked me, Jeff, do I think, Australia is going to ever have a Mamdani type of style politician? And in all honesty, I don't think Australia is ready for that type of politics, especially when he represents a special type of grassroots activists directly involved in democratic socialist policy. And not to say that currently we don't have politicians that actually do exactly what he does. The fact that Australia has not produced someone exactly like him. Though we have people from the Greens, independent progressive socialist parties, specifically in Victoria, grassroots movement that are actively pushing for change. And I do think specifically with his type of style of politics, it would be considered radical in Australia. And let's not forget how much the media would villainize someone exactly like Mamdani. Australians, by default, like to value fairness over overt ideologies because practical change, sells better than revolutions. That said, I don't think Australia is immune to that shift, given that we're currently experiencing the exact same thing that's happening in America, such as cost of living, housing crisis, and people within society becoming more class conscious. Though it's not impossible, I do think Australia has the soil to fertile someone exactly.
My mayor, Mamdani. Congratulations, babe. I'm a little under the weather, but I just wanted to say congrats to a fellow New Yorker. Mamdani. This is all that matters, babe. Enjoy it. A lot of y'all are giving me Nut Guzzler 42 vibes. How come everyone is so scared of Islam, of Sharia law, and not scared of Christian nationalism, and not scared of Zionism, which is based on, as much as people want to say, oh, it's not, it's separate from this religion. It's not. The whole state is based on a religion, this Abrahamic religion. Y'all are so mad at ISIS and the Taliban, rightfully so. Why can't we be mad at the other group? All these Abrahamic religions have to go. All of these people are not Guzzler 42, Christians, Jews, Muslims. It's all the same. At least with Mamdani, we get a sickening first lady, an artist featured in Vogue, fabulous Instagram. Excuse me, guys, I'm really going through it. You know, at least we get something at least we get something fun. And if New York ends up looking like this, then I mean, fuck it, at least we had some fun. I'm considering moving back, honestly, for this renaissance. I think it's going to get a lot better. The reason why New York sucks so bad is because all of these very wealthy people are moving in from outside because it's a free-for-all. They can just do whatever they want, oppress the people that actually live there, build buildings that nobody lives in, just like they do in Miami, just like they do in Atlanta, just like they do in Los Angeles. You know, corrupt the politics, bribe these politicians, bribe these local politicians, councilmen, and all this kind of stuff. And then it's just turned into a shitty-ass place to live. You have people trying to get a place through the fucking lottery, and then you see the type of people that are winning the lottery. Even the lottery feels corrupt at this point. I left New York at the perfect time. I'm so grateful that I was not there for Eric Adams's mayorship because it was yuck. You know what I mean? And it's not like LA is much better. All these cities fucking suck. But at least this is someone that people actually voted for. That means so much to me. My friend KJ, persona non grata, KJ Freeman on here, has a phenomenal, ooh, you guys, hold on. She has a phenomenal Substack called Persona non grata. I would encourage all of y'all to read it because I can understand as a non-native New Yorker, I was born in upstate New York, lived there as an adult. But for someone that grew up in the city, very different experience. And so she says, Persona non grata acknowledges Zohran Mamdani's historic victory and emphasizes that idealism without results is performance, not progress. Obviously, I agree with my sis down. The left must hold Zohran Mamdani accountable from an actual New Yorker. His first tweet post election is about Pretty Ricky and the Blue Stars because one of them undoubtedly sprayed one of those symbols on like one of their schools. And I'm just like, this is a false flag. This is what you guys do for attention. Nobody's thinking about you after this. To associate Mamdani's win with anti-Semitism and hatred, and all it is a spray-painted sign, that's how bold the person was. They didn't break a window or set the building on fire like they do to black buildings or other people's buildings like they did to mosques and stuff post 9/11. I'm supposed to believe that. So you see what I'm saying? It's already giving mess, nonsense, rigmarole. So keep your eye on him because Pretty Rick and the Mavericks are very spooky people. And they obviously want to control American people through politics, through fear. And thankfully, this is a person that has not been.
This is Alaga from this video, and I am very, very proud of every one of you who actually went all out there to do your thing, and for everybody who also campaigned for Zohran Mamdani. I am very proud of you all. Like every other person, like you could also hear the happiness in most people's voices. And for the MAGAs that are still doubting, like, or not like they are doubting, you already know how MAGAs, how they are scared of everything, I don't know how people will see light and choose darkness. Nah, I want to be at the right. I want to be at the right side. What I mean by the right side, I don't mean left. I mean the right side where good things are happening, where people are doing the right thing, where history is being told, and where people are also on the right side of history. That is what I meant by that. So I am very happy because woke will be coming back. Yeah, we all need all of that. And I keep saying it. If you are any human being, but you refuse to be woke, it means you are not living. You need to get another life because this life, you are not living it. I choose to be woke any day, all day. A lot of people have so many things to say. Some people think that, oh yeah, special thing. Okay, I saw all black men's vote. I mean, I saw black women, black men. I mean, majority of you all came all out. Like, it looks like Democrats are running like it's their good period. It's their good season. They are like, like sweeping off literally everywhere. And that is absolutely beautiful. We need good leaders that will be there for the people, not just for themselves, right? You and I know how much you all have prayed for that. And I am glad you all got it. It's a new season. It's going to be a great season, hopefully. I hope that the people you all elected are able to listen to you, because number one is electing somebody. Another one is for the leader to listen to the masses, the people that got him into the office. I saw Donald Trump's tweets and all that. He is crashing out, but that is his problem. I do not understand how, anyway, he doesn't want great things to happen to people. He said he's going to withhold like some funds that goes to New York and all that. I don't know if that will happen yet, but for now, everybody is grateful. Everybody's happy that Zoran won, that things will get better and that New York will become better, right? And that, I mean, black people, every other group, like, will be recognized, because it's also another one. One thing I am going to say is that I really do not know how black people do it, but I love the fact that black people are always on the right side of history. What do I mean by this? In the sense that black people are ready. When I say ready, they are ready to support you as long as you are going to be there for black people and other people of color. I have never seen them being really very I have never seen black people being selfish. Anything that will benefit them and every other person, they are very down for it. I don't know how you people do it, but this is really a very great attribute of human beings. You all are very much down for good things to happen, not just only you to other people, but some people actually do not want great things to happen to you. They just want it for themselves. That is why you are different from every other person. I am really looking forward to seeing black books, black history books, hit back libraries, hit back schools, because at some point a lot happened that when you look around, black books could not be found anywhere, and other people's history too, not just, but I am here for black people, right? For black people and other people too. I really do hope that when you go to the library to look out for something, you will see black history books that black kids are supposed to read, because at some point it became too woke for them that they couldn't contain it, and it was ban all books, ban everything. So for the guy that said, I can't wait to have all the books back in the library, and I am also for this, because everybody, every human being deserves to know his history, deserves to know what happened to him, deserves to understand who is for me and who is not for me. Absolutely. I love that. So I am going to say congratulations to every one of you. For those that are crashing out, let them continue to crash out. And I really do hope that everything you all are asking for, because majority of the things black people and other people of color are begging for or asking for are not huge something. It's just to be seen as human. It's just to be recognized as people. It's just for the system to be dismantled. They're not asking you for any handout. They're not asking you for, just pay them the reparations that you are supposed to pay them. That's it. That's it. So I am really happy for you guys. And yeah, that reminds me, for those in the comment section telling me to use my African accent, you must really be very stupid. Sorry, I don't curse here, but no, don't be really very unfortunate in my comment section. Yeah, don't be unfortunate. I will draw the curtain here. Bye for now.